Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
Jade, what did you do?
I didn't do anything.
You did. You super did.
Look, I posted a video on Facebook specifically about how zero credit scores work. And these folks came for my life, John.
Dude, they were showering you with the haterade.
So I was thinking, you know what? I usually stay out of the comments, or I'm pretty, just nonchalant about it. But these comments were extra, and I was like, you know what? I need to clap back on this. So let's play the video so you guys can just see how innocent what I said was, and you can be on my side, and then we'll chop it up.
All right, let's do it.
It usually takes about a year to see your credit score go down to absolute zero if you completely stop borrowing money. And here's the thing, if you dilly-dally with this and you're like, I'm going to keep that one credit card open, it's never going to go to zero. You're just going to have a bad credit score. And then when you try to go buy a house, you're going to run into problems. Look, yeah, I stand by that. I stand by that message. I approve that message.
All right, I'm going to read some of the haterade.
All right, read it.
Chad says, these people are crazy. Zero credit score is not even possible.
Okay.
Tim says, this is absolutely not correct. You need to raise your credit score, not lower it. This explains so much about some people. Derek says, this kind of crap's annoying. While it's possible to buy a house without a credit score, it isn't worth the hoops.
Okay.
Better off with a credit score.
The next one's my favorite.
Yeah, Jacob says the woman with tons of assets to lean on and has no need for credit card.
I can't. I'm coming out of my seat right now because, and I did reply to that when I was like, oh, you must not know me or my story if you think I came from wealth and assets. Are you kidding me? I got to throw my pin across the room.
Hold on. This cat says, I swear, the Ramsey's team's advice on credit is the stupidest beep ever. Good luck getting approved for Jack beep with no credit. That's the whole point.
Here's my thing, John. And this is crazy to me. People would rather be right about what they think and about what they know than be free, than be happy, than be better off in life. They'd rather be right about the fact that there's no other way to get ahead in society than to be strapped with debt for eternity.
Yes.
You have to play the debt game. It's the only way to make it in America is to have a credit score. Are you kidding me? You'd rather be right about that. And I'm like, really? You want to be right about something that keeps you in slavery your entire life?
Forever.
It's that important to you?
And dude, for all of human history, this is how governments captured their citizens.
Right.
By giving them a plot of land and saying, when it's paid off, then it's all yours.
Then you're free.
And then next year, it's like, oh, well, we had to raise the price on it. So, and they do that in perpetuity. And now we wear this score like we win something.
And I'm the only one. The folks in this room are some of the only ones in the United States,
so
in
crazy.
the world, telling y'all, hey, there's a better way. And we try to do it with love. We try to tell y'all, hey, there's a better way. We want you to be free. We want to help you. We exist to help the people outside of these walls. And it's crazy that people clap back on me like I'm trying to hurt them, and they're not clapping back at the credit collectors. They're not clapping back at FICO or Experian or TransUnion. They're yelling at me when I'm the one going, hey, there's a way that you don't have to play this stupid game. You don't have to rack your family with debt. You don't have to, rob Peter to pay Paul and move this money over here and keep your credit around for X amount of years with X amount of varieties of credit with X amount of percentage used. That is a game, and the goalpost is constantly moving. And one of the things I noticed that they were mad at me is I said, hey, if you're going to run our plan, run it to the end zone. Do it all the way. Don't do this mess of, well, I'm going to pay off my credit, but I'm going to keep a couple of cards open or keep that one card open just in case, because that'll jack your credit even worse, right? Because there are ways that they're measuring your credit. It's not just, hey, have one credit card open. You have to utilize that credit, and you have to keep it around for a long time, and you have to make sure the percentage is right. Otherwise, yeah, you'll have a score, but it won't be great. it'll probably be pretty bad. And the fact is, having I'm going to say it and I'm going to scream it till the cows come home. Having a 0 credit score is just as good, in my opinion, better than having a 750 or an 800, because I don't have to play the game of debt. I get to be my own woman, my own man, my husband, and we're autonomous and we are free and we don't have to be slaves to the system. So if you don't like that, you can go ahead and put that yoke back on and they can, and you'll just pull the plow of debt for them. And you can do that the rest of your life. I'm not going, as for me and my house.
Making other people rich at your expense.
Look.
Hey, can we run through this real quick?
Yeah.
These people are crazy. 0 credit score is not even possible.
False. It's false. Once you pay off your debt, like I said, it takes about, and you close the accounts, you've got to close them. It takes about 6 to 12 months for your credit score to roll to 0. That's how it goes.
This is absolutely not correct. You need to raise your credit score, not lower it.
Why?
False. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
You tell me why.
So that one day you can go get on both knees and hold your hands up and say, "Dear lender, please."
Please.
And they'll say, "Well, let me look in my secret file and see what your score is."
Yeah.
Instead of sitting down with your wife when your air conditioner goes out and you have become your own bank over 15 years, which is what took me and my wife. And your argument is not, "Please, can I?" It's, "You call. I'm not calling, you call."
I know.
I don't want to
love
call,
that.
you call.
I love it.
That's the most annoying fight you have.
Yeah.
Right?
And I think people forget the fact that when you decide, John, like, hey, we're going to pay off our debt, that simultaneously means, and we're not going back into debt and we're not doing this thing called credit anymore. And the biggest argument is, yeah, but if you don't have a credit score, how are you going to live? And the biggest 2 areas that people are thinking about are cars and living situation, right? Can you buy a car without credit? Yes, you can. It's called buying a car in cash. And I'm not talking about that you always have to save $40,000 or $50,000 to buy the newest model. The cars that Sam Warshaw and Jade Warshaw drive are from 2013. And I think we paid less than, I don't know, $20,000 for both. Yeah, each of them. That's how you do this. You don't have, and don't get me wrong, I could have way more car than that, John. At this point in my life, I just don't care about it that much. So don't tell me it's not possible. You save up your money and it takes time. Let me just say this. My husband and I, for the first time in our marriage, are a 2-car family. And that happened last year because that's just the life we chose. We didn't have to do that for that long, but we said, you know what? I don't care about going into debt over cars. And when we feel like paying up cash and buying a second car, we will. And that's what you're talking about. You just choose.
It was up until this year. I went from a 96 to a 2012, and I was driving 2012 forever.
Yeah.
And Dave, just Dave as my friend, goes, "Hey, I know what I pay you.
Right.
What are you doing?" And I was like, he's like, "You're trying to like make a point?" And I go, I honestly don't care.
I don't care.
And it was only that I was like, I'm going to get, and by the way, I went all in on a Highlander. It's not like, you know what I mean? And dude, every day I get in it, I smile so big, like I've beat somebody, like I've won some game. And my buddies are like, it's not a cool car, John.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
know.
But it's like, I know, but it doesn't have a CD player in it anymore, right? Here's the deal. When you unhook yourself from the external expectation.
Yeah.
My wife likes me. And you know how I know she likes me? Because she was dating me when I was driving an 88 Tercel Easy hatchback.
Let's go.
So I know this is love, right? And that when we were making it, when Dave was paying us more money than any Deloney's had ever wrapped their head around, I didn't need to prove anything to anybody.
No.
It's not a game, right? It's like, yeah, I was able to cobble together the money and pay for that in cash, and it's just it's mine.
The money.
See what I'm saying?
What
it's
you
just,
buy,
it's
it doesn't
opting out of the
determine
game.
your worth.
Hey, one more thing.
What about housing? Let me hit this right quick. People think you can't buy a house with a 0 credit score. Yes, you can. It's called manual underwriting. I did it. John Deloney did it. George Campbell did it. I know Rachel Cruz did it. All these folks did it. All you need is payment history. 12 months showing your trade lines, cell phone bills, utilities. You need actual money. You need to show 12 months of bank statements and just your last 30 days.
But that's
of
so
payment
many
stubs.
hoops. It's not.
It's almost the same as the normal process.
It's not. Hey, by the way.
Churchill Mortgage is the place to go, guys.
Yes, and man, if you just weren't so rich, you wouldn't be able to talk like this, Jade.